You guys still with us? All right. Now this is pretty cool. You may have seen our next comic on Saturday Night Live as Large Breed in Man Park. Put your hands together for Craig Pollock, everybody.
How you doing? So, I recently celebrated my 51st birthday, and I want to ask you something. Have any of you noticed how much aggressive AARP is getting with their recruiting? For 49, I got a postcard. 50, I got a letter. Last year, I had two guys dressed that looked like Paulie Walnuts and Sammy the fucking Bull, banging on my door in their velour tracksuits with their handy canes going, "You're going to sign this membership, and you're going to take the fucking tote bag if you know what's good for you, you know?" So, I saw it during COVID, everybody had these birthday parades, these drive-by birthday parades. I got no love. I couldn't even get anybody to do a drive-by shooting. I swear, I went out to Route 46 with a sign. I held it up. I said, "Honk for my birthday." It was an hour before I realized they detoured traffic to 80. No, but what I did do is I asked my family asked me what would I want for my 51st birthday. I said, "Listen, why don't you just buy me something that you think you'd like to see me use?" They bought me a coffin. But I'll tell you what though, I did do the traditional thing. I'm sure a lot of you do this on your birthdays. You go to Carvel to get the ice cream cake. Well, now they make this personal ice cream cake for one that really just looks like what sadness would be if it had an ice cream form. The guy, I brought it up to the counter. The guy goes, "You want me to write anything on this for you?" I thought, hey, this could be my out. How about Goodbye Cruel World? But then I thought, you know what? Nah, by the time anybody found me, the cake would be melted. So I said, listen, if you can write that small, then just surprise me. So he takes the cake in the back, and meanwhile I'm waiting, and there's this family looking at the cake catalog. They have their 8-year-old kid, they're looking at the cake catalog. Yes, I said cake catalog, because apparently round and sheet are no longer inclusive enough for today's woke cake buyer. So the kid's running around all hyper and cute, and he's like, I'm having my birthday party on Saturday, and I'm getting a Fudgy the Whale cake. And he comes up to me and goes, "Mister, did you get a Fudgy the Whale cake?" And I go, "Nah, kid, I got Gooey the Minnow." So the guy comes back out. I didn't even look at the cake. I threw the money on the counter, did my walk of shame out to the car, got home, had my lonely man birthday dinner. Then I pulled the cake out of the freezer, opened it up, and it said, "I'm fucking your girlfriend. Surprise!" Yeah, I don't have a girlfriend, so joke's on you, ice cream man. Now, I'm actually the youngest of my family, and that had its own drawbacks because I never got new clothes. But I was kind of lucky in the respect that my parents only had sex every 10 years. So by the time I got my brother's hand-me-downs, they were back in style. At least I like to tell myself that. I mean, really, in 1985, on my first day of high school, when everybody else is showing up dressed like Crockett and Tubbs from Miami Vice, I'm looking like Rerun from What's Happening. But I owned it. Because not only did I have the look, I had the dance moves. I was like, yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, you just witnessed what really killed disco. You're welcome. Now, I grew up about a mile from here in Summit, which is an upscale town. And life works in a circular pattern. Summit, represent. Life works in a circular pattern because that's an upscale town I grew up in. Now I live in an upscale trailer park. We call it a mobile home community. And it's upscale. I say that because when you drive in, you see all my neighbors with their Mercedes, their BMW, their Audis parked in front of their double wides. They almost didn't let me move in because I drive an American car and they were afraid I would bring down the curb appeal. I was riding through on my Harley one day and my neighbors are outside drinking wine and one looks at the other and goes, "A motorbike? Why, Robert James, there goes the neighborhood." But you know what? I love living in a trailer because I think it's so much easier and so much cheaper, especially when it comes to maintenance. Like my brother owns a house, okay? and he had a tree fall in his house. And he had to get a carpenter, permits, and it was ridiculous. I had a tree fall in my trailer. I just went to AutoZone and got a dent puller and some Bondo. He had a pipe burst. He had to get plumbers, he had to get carpenters. His whole basement was ripped out. Took 3 months to properly finish the job. I had a pipe burst. I went to Walmart, got a hydraulic jack and some Flex Seal. And I'll tell you, that shit works, just like in the commercial. Now my trailer could go right across a lake. You know, during the pandemic, I know a lot of us have all worked from home. I don't know how it worked out for you, but it worked out pretty good for me because I got to be a lot more creative at home without being bothered by, bosses. And I was able to work on one of the things I really enjoy doing, and that's writing greeting cards for old bitter guys like me. And I want to share a couple with you because Valentine's Day just happened, so I want to share these with you. Excuse me for a second. Okay, can you hear me? All right, so this is the first one. You're my lady, tried and true, and I'm your loyal I'm sorry, let me start over. You're my lady, tried and true, and I'm your loyal mister. But I wouldn't hesitate to dump your ass for just an hour with your sister. Happy Arbor Day. Okay, next one. Okay. Your hair, your eyes, your lips all set my heart aflutter. But your ass has gotten so damn fat, you now remind me of your mother. Merry Christmas. Okay, last one, I promise. This one's a little longer. When I look into your eyes, my spirits get stirred up. I would have never married you if I didn't knock you up. But don't you dare be mad at me, and for Christ's sakes, don't start to blubber. We can always blame your church for making it a sin to wear a rubber. Happy christening. So, I was watching football recently with my niece, and we were talking, and she said, Uncle Craig, wouldn't it be cool if we had marching bands that followed us around everywhere we went? I was like, no, I think it would be cooler if you had like a bar band that followed you around, and at every crucial, pivotal moment in your life, they play just the right song. So for instance, when I'm leaving the gym, and after I worked out and I feel really good and I'm happy, I got the band behind me and they're like, we're walking on sunshine, oh yeah. But then I get in my car and I'm driving and I'm behind some soccer mom in a Porsche SUV, which I don't get, because what does a suburban housewife need with an SUV that could go 0 to 70 in 3.1 seconds, especially this woman who hasn't cracked 10 miles an hour in the past 4 miles? But, now the band is in the back seat playing Rain and Blood, and that good feeling I had from the gym is out the fucking window. So then I get back to work, and my boss starts laying into me, because I'm late, thanks to the Real Housewife of Caldwell. And the band's playing We're Not Gonna Take It, he's ripping into me, and I'm like getting all lamped up, and I'm about ready to tell him, we piss in your coffee mug every morning, right? But then he switches gears and he's like, Craig, I was just messing with you, man. You're doing a great job. And all of a sudden it becomes a party in the office. Everybody's dancing around, high-fiving each other. And the boss is he's in this great mood, and I swear to Christ, I think he's going to tell everybody he's gay, and I'm going to win the office pool. And then it gets even better because Neil from accounting walks in with a Fudgy the Whale cake because it's Janice's birthday and she's my office crush. So she walks by me, and now the band disappears. I got Biz Marquee behind me going, baby, you got what I need. And I'm dragged into human resources to watch the sexual harassment puppet show. I got Fudgy the Whale's blowhole melting on my lap. And it's my fucking birthday all over again because life works in a circular pattern. Anyway, that's all I got right now. So, thank you very much. Hope you have fun.